Hi guys, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ashlyn. I have a 14-year-old girl. You've probably seen me on TikTok. I post a lot on TikTok. It's just like my little vent space, I guess. But I wanted to come on to YouTube and just kind of talk some more. I feel like I can talk about more things on YouTube, and I feel like longer videos are more of my thing because if you've watched my TikToks, I like to talk. We all know the debate that happens about screen time. It's something that's like so big in the motherhood parenting community. There's so many different opposite sides. I mean, obviously you have the side that's so against screen time that they don't ever let their kid watch any kind of TV, have any kind of tablet, have anything. And look, that's someone else's side of parenting. That's okay, that's their parenting. However, there's also the other side that literally does not do anything but give their kid screen time. And I'm not here to judge any of it. Honestly, I'm not. Like, I don't, the mom shaming thing has gotten so out of hand, and I'm definitely not a part of that. I'm just here to talk about why I allow screen time. Now, when I say I allow screen time, it does not mean my child is glued in front of a TV all day long. It does not mean that she does nothing except watch TV. It does not mean I'm going to give her a phone by the time she's 4 years old. It doesn't mean any of that. However, for me, screen time, I learned, was a saving grace for me, honestly. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. I only work one day a week out of the house, but I actually work all day at home on content creation. I have an income from content creation, so it is a job, and I'm always working at home. I make content for other brands as UGC. Like, I do all that. So I do work at home even if I am a stay-at-home mom. I guess I'm a working stay-at-home mom. I don't know how that works. So whatever, I just say I'm a stay-at-home mom. But basically, screen time for me has been the only way that I have been able to get anything done. Anything at all. One thing that we do is she doesn't really watch anything but Miss Rachel, or can never think of this channel's name. It's basically Miss Rachel in Spanish. That's really what it is. That's all she really watches. So it's educational TV. So she doesn't really watch things like Bubble Guppies, Bluey, anything like that, unless it's like nighttime. Me and her will sit down and watch it. She obviously gets that sometimes, but it's not all day. I make sure it's like educational things that she's watching. When I had my daughter, I was so hell-bent on no screen time. I was so hell-bent on being the perfect mom, which doesn't exist. I'm just gonna say that. A perfect mom does not exist. People just strive to be the perfect mom, and it's literally impossible. It's impossible. We're gonna kill ourselves trying to get to that level that doesn't even exist, if you know what I mean. And I was having a really hard time. I had postpartum depression, so I had really bad mood swings. I was very sad all the time. I was very upset all the time. And really, looking back on it, most of that was I needed alone time. I needed to be able to get things done. I had a really hard time. I couldn't even wash dishes. I breastfed for 7 months, but I had to exclusively pump. But it was so overwhelming that I was having panic attacks all the time. I was crying all the time. I was so upset. And really, it was screen time that saved me. I was able to get stuff washed, bottles washed. It was the only thing that allowed me literally to eat anything. It was the only thing that allowed me to go to the bathroom or get myself dressed for the day or anything like that. In retrospect, I guess to sum it all up, screen time saved my freaking sanity, okay? Number 2, it also helps her learn. And I don't think all screen time does that. Obviously, watching cartoons and stuff doesn't really help you learn much. Educational programs really do help kids learn, and I've learned. My daughter's 14 months old. She's walking on her tiptoes now because Miss Rachel's taught her that. She's playing little games all the time. She's saying her animal sounds. She's doing her sign language. She tells me milk and more all the time. Eat. By, like, she's telling me things, and she's learned that sign language from Miss Rachel. I've learned sign language from Miss Rachel, so I know she's learning, and it's really helped me and her connect because we can understand each other a little bit more because she knows what I'm saying. She's learned the words. But the other day, my daughter woke up from a nap, we were playing, and she kind of started getting fussy, and I was like, "Do you want milk?" And she literally did the sign and ran to our kitchen and was waiting by the fridge for me to get her milk out. Like, it's crazy to me because she's been doing that since she was 10, 11 months old, something like that. Like, that's insane. It also allows her to have her alone time, and I feel like that's something a lot of people don't think kids need, but kids need alone time so much. They have to learn how to entertain themselves or be independent. I feel like it's taught her how to be on her own. Now, we do turn the screen off and make her like do her own things on her own get preoccupied with things, talking to us, reading books, whatever. But I feel like it really does give her some kind of independence because she will happily just go get on our couch and watch TV. Lastly, it helps us, my husband and I both, it takes the pressure off of us to not always have to be entertaining her. My husband works 12-hour shifts, sometimes night shifts. He's exhausted when he gets off of work. And for me, I've been doing it all day long, so I get stressed out and I get so overwhelmed. And you know, sometimes we need a break. We just need a break. It's hard to constantly entertain. Anyway, it takes the pressure off of not having to entertain them all the time, and it gives you kind of like breathing room, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So overall, my whole standpoint, viewpoint, whatever you want to call it, on screen time is very 50-50. Everything in moderation, I feel like, is a good way to live, especially as a mom. I don't necessarily think being in front of a screen all the time is okay, but I also think having a screen sometimes is fine. It's fine. It is kind of scary how fast they learn how to work phones, though. I'll tell you that. 14 months old and my child knows how to work my phone, and that's pretty scary. No matter what you do, no matter how you parent, it's your kid and you're doing great. That's how I see it. So yeah, instead of me talking all day, I want to end the video here, and I will see you guys next time. Oh my god, I got that whole video. That was so close. Oh, the mom reflexes, I swear.